We're up to champion in our show hunter ring. The champion and reserve champion show hunter horse over 15 hands with our judge, Ms. Nicola Yates. And you may have noticed that we have two riders out there in Arabian costume. And this is for the Arabian Derivative Show or Native Costume with our judge, Mrs. Joanne Bensley. It's a quite unique event for Sydney Royal Easter Show. And they're still required to perform a workout, but with these very flamboyant costumes. So our Gentleman's Galloway class is now being judged by Ms. Anne Louise Hooker and ridden by a gentleman 17 years and over. And our show hunters will be competing for a fabulous medallion, a prize and a beautiful garland. They are the winners of all of our previous show hunter hat classes here today. We have a difference in age in the riders and a difference in height in the show hunters. And now we have all of our winners in together to try and find out who should be the champion show hunter horse for 2017. See our junior show hunter hack out there. Our gentleman's show hunter hack. The ladies' show hunter hack and the child's show hunter hack out there as well. And each of these horses has impressed the judges sufficiently to have won their class. So we know the judge likes all of them. And that is going to make it even more difficult, one would assume, to pick out the top two for champion and then reserve champion.
Result.
And now we can bring you the results of Class 239, the Australian Saddle Pony Mare or Gelding, not exceeding 14 two hands and ridden by a child under the age of 17. Congratulations to Tyler Kenny from Scone with Lawlington Park Rendition, catalogue number 1719. In second place, catalogue number 2357, Francine Treneman and Mrs. Kate Treneman Duncan from Rossmore with Owendale Rembrandt. In third place, catalogue 1886, Tia Rose Mackenzie from Cremorne with Border Show Vanilla Ice. Fourth place to Renee Smart and Miss Kim Kelly and Miss Brooke Kelly and Smart Family from Forbes with Whitewood Just the Bee's Knees. That's 2272 in your catalogue. In fifth place, number 1656, Joanne Hutchinson and Miss Emma Hutchison with Springtime Park exclusive footage. In sixth place, catalogue 2191, Janine Rowe and Summer Crockett and Brandy Hollow with Brandy Hollow Pretty Delightful. And in seventh place, catalogue 1953, Jane Nelson and Miss Winter Schultz from Teresa Park with Cimarron Prince Charming. So our winner there, Lawlington Park Rendition. the Australian saddle, pony mare or gelding, not exceeding 14 2 hands. So well done there to Tyler Kenny from Scone. And now the results of Class 57, which is our Arabian Derivative Show or Native Costume class. And catalogue number 1973 is the lucky winner today. Stephanie O'Connor and Miss Tess O'Connor and Miss Alexandra Buster-Jones from Wyong Creek with D'Artagnan. And in second place, catalogue number 1087. Eliza Babazogli from Glossodia with HT Lend Me Some Money, Some Magic. I beg your pardon. HT Lend Me Some Magic. And there are two, our winner and our place getter there in our Arabian Derivative Show or Native Costume. Up on the big screen, we're looking at the workout for one of our Show Hunter Hack winners, now competing for champion. It's a big time event, this one. And it's very vocal support in the crowd here. And I have to say that the parent and child riders are going very well over there. No major domestic disputes that we've been able to witness so far, so all going very amicably. And I think a feat for any parent who's competing themselves to also get their child out into the ring at the same time. And that's double trouble. So they've obviously done a very good job and have a good team behind them. And now the result from Class 588, the Gentleman's Galloway, to be ridden by a gentleman 17 years and over. Congratulations to catalogue 2293 Matt Snell from Armidale with Headley Park Black Label. Second place goes to catalogue 1502 GC Equestrian and Mrs Barbara Barr from Queensland with Talia Park Night Divine. And a good day for Matt Snell because in third place, another one of his nominations with Rally Coronation, catalogue number 2294. Well, our champion class is being judged in front of the Cumberland stand, and that is the champion ridden Australian saddle pony. Eligible for this competition, the winner of Class 236, which was Helen Doan and Mrs. Nicolette Jones-Ryan and Miss Jade Jones-Ryan and NSJ ponies from Yandera with NSJ Enchanted. The winner of Class 237, which was Brandy Hollow Pretty Delightful, Janine Rowe and Summer Crockett and Brandy Hollow. 238 was GC Equestrian and Mrs. Amanda Edwards, and that was Sarah Vale Focused. The winner of Class 239 as well, which was Lawlington Park Rendition and Tyler Kelly. And the winner of Class 240, which was the Imperial Proclaim with Stepton Park and Fernbrook Stud. So those are our entries in the champion class on the far side. Meanwhile, on the big screen, we can see champion Show Hunter Horse being judged for our horses over 15 hands. And we've seen some lovely workouts, some very obliging horses here. Well, here's a special class, our Class 815, the Parent and Child Riding Contest. The child under 17 years, we don't mind what age the parent is. Catalogue number 2654, Leanne Olsen and Ms. Sarah Olsen with Belgium and We Love Lola, the two horses they're riding in the Parent and Child Riding Contest. Our second place getters, catalogue number 2743, Melise Toomer Webb and Mr. Clayton Webb with MJ Fortune and MJ Bounty Hunter. So not only are the riders related, but so are the horses. And in third place, it's Lee Trainer and Miss Elsie Trainer. Catalogue number 2739, and the horses Catwalk Angel and Barrington Park Confessions. In fourth place, it's Coco Gunter and Mr. Martin Gunter from Marin Bateman with Ready to Rock and Landvale Bossa Nova. And in fifth place, Catalogue number 2724, Isabella Stinson and Mrs. Deborah Stinson from Willow Tree with Holly Shine and Willowcroft Twilight. So well done to all of those parents and their children. Working as a great team there. And meanwhile, very, very tense in both of our champion classes as the decision's not far from being made, one would think, and we'll be able to bring those decisions to you as soon as they come to hand. Of course, the day is marching on, 4:46, and we'll be heading into the late afternoon entertainment before we know it. And one of the most entertaining things that we could possibly see in the entire show is coming up with the tent pegging being called by Mr. Tim Treverman. So we're looking forward to that this afternoon. Of course, Tim is a tent pegging expert of great renown, and his dulcet tones will be assisting us with the tent pegging team's challenge. We've got the rodeo tonight as night 3 of State of Origin Rodeo. New South Wales versus Queensland. It's one apiece. So Queensland came out on the first night and thrashed New South Wales. They were managed to claw their way back into the competition yesterday, and that will be good. The rodeo getting underway at about 6:30 tonight. Then we have at 7:30 the Man from Snowy River performance. At 8 o'clock, the Battle of the Golden Helmet, City versus Country, the V8 Utes and the Freestyle Motocross. And then, as always, here in Sydney, we end with a bang, and it'll be the fireworks finale with the Cracker of a Cracker Show.
What's your favourite, Kate Day?
Of all?
Of all.
It changes, you know. I have to say my guilty pleasure is the freestyle motocross. I love that.
Oh, really? I wouldn't have picked that from you, being a horsey girl.
No, I just absolutely love that. But no, I do have a special interest in the Man from Snowy River. I love seeing all our wonderful stockmen here in Sydney. I love seeing a mob of cattle just here in the heart of Sydney. And so that's always a treat. But you cannot beat those Brumbies coming down that terrible descent at a rate of knots and galloping. And I have to say that as the show goes on, it's different every night, but some of those Brumbies now are getting wise to the ways of the stockman and what the actual routine should be, and some of them don't want to play at all. So it's getting more and more challenging as the nights go on, and instead of them becoming quite trained and it all being very prescribed and predictable, it's getting more and more interesting. They're having to rely on their stock skills, and it's entertaining viewing, I imagine, if you've never seen cattle or stock work here in Sydney, but also even if you have, and it's something you do at home every day, the calibre of the stockman is so good that it's just great to watch. So that's a treat.
I love when they draft the cattle out, not giving too much away. Mm-hmm. And when you sit out there, you're like, oh, I can hear chatter. It's all the stockmen. And I can tell you, every time I've been on a draft or moving cattle, what is set out there on the PA system is not always what you hear. So those guys, I take my hat off to them. It's amazing to hear them all communicating. And Jimmy come around, and then you got a couple of dogs there as well. It's very, very special, as you say.
Indeed. Well, the tent pegging, of course, can't wait for that. Tent pegging is absolutely thrilling. But I had no idea that you were so well versed in it.
Yeah, it's an interesting sport, and we look forward to presenting it to you. In fact, tent pegging can date right back to medieval times, when it has come from quite a gruesome beginning, where in fact they actually believe that it was when you had elephants in cavalry, and they would come through and they would jam a lance into the opposition's elephant's foot. In more modern times, of course, our cavalries, we had our light horsemen, and it came really to the foremost in the Battle of Beersheba, when the Australian troops charged across to Beersheba and they dropped the tents of all of their opposition, and no one predicted that they would actually come, and so therefore they actually came through, and with very little casualty. It is a sport now, and it's run around the world, and Australia has a very strong contingent of World Championship tent peggers. And you are going to see horse and rider galloping at about 25 to 30 kilometres an hour down the arena, and they're going to pull a peg out of the ground that is just an inch wide by about 10 inches long, or if you say about 5 centimetres wide and 20 centimetres long. We've turned it into a sport. It's very, very exciting. Great to see these competitors charging down, and of course we have 5 teams coming from near and far. And as I look down the list, Kate Day, we have some of the best tent peggers in the country. The likes of Bryson Rosser and Barry Biffin from Tamworth. Of course, we come into Adam Rowland and Mike Rowland with the light horse. They'll be dressed in their traditional light horse brigade. And some of the girls in there as well. And we look forward to seeing all of our competitors. So we've got a team from Victoria. We've got the Hunter Valley, our light horse, our Tamworth, and the City Cowboys. And we'd love you to get behind and cheer for your favourite team here a little bit later on, once we get through the competition that we're seeing at the moment.
Indeed, yes. This is our champion show hunter hack up here on the big screen. And we've mentioned before that in these classes, part of the workout is to actually really stretch that horse out and see how they go at a gallop and if they bowl along, because of course a hunter would ordinarily be able to follow the fox and the hounds at a rapid rate of knots and also negotiate some fences as well. We don't ask that of the show hunter hacks, but it is that style of horse that would be capable of taking you out on a day's hunting and carrying you for the day. So a nice comfortable ride. So you put on the pace, but then it's whether or not the horse gets excited by the speed and it's difficult to bring back. You know, we want in the show situation a horse that's readily going to come back and wait for its next request. And the little ponies have been so busy there today. And that's our champion and reserve champion ridden Australian saddle pony. And they're competing for a rug and a medallion. And the Australian riding or Australian saddle pony, of course, is a broad association. And in fact, it was developed here at the Sydney Royal Easter Show, the very show in 1973, when a group got together and they thought that they could represent their ponies well and bring them all under one association. And so it really, it's a nice riding pony, I suppose, is the simplest way of defining the type of pony that will come under this Saddle Pony Association. So the ponies in that champion class might be used in the show ring, but they could equally be ridden by a child in a dressage test, or perhaps do some sporting, run a barrel race, do some jumping, play polo cross, tent pegging even, Tim, and that might be all in one day. So, here we are. Tense moment here for our big show hunters. The champion and reserve champion show hunter horse over 15 hands. Well, how exciting. We have the winner of our champion show hunter horse over 15 hands for the 2017 Sydney Royal Horse Show. And we open up the golden envelope. And now our winner, catalogue number 2446, Phoebe Wilkinson from Terry Hills with Green Oaks Munich. Well done. And the crowd goes wild. And Phoebe Wilkinson will be now awarded the RAS of New South Wales Award of Excellence Medallion for the champion show hunter horse over 15 hands. There is a product prize supported by International Animal Health, valued at $110, and a beautiful garland. And doesn't that look superb on Green Oaks Munich? And that is supported by the Australian Hunter Horse Association. So we thank them for that. Wow, that looks unreal. What a lovely type. Big noble horse. Green Oaks Munich, sired by Man About Town out of Wessefree. And Phoebe Wilkinson from Terry Hills. 2446, and looking pretty happy about the whole thing. And now that the official photo with our judge, Ms. Nicola Yates, has been taken, we can perhaps move on to our reserve. And our reserve champion for 2017 Show Hunter horse over 15 hands is Tia Richardson's nomination, Pearls. Catalogue 2158.
What a beautiful reaction there.
She's got a fan club. They've been busy all afternoon and very vocal, and how fabulous to have that kind of support when you compete here. Well done. Tia Richardson from Winmaley in New South Wales with Pearls. It's sired by Afflecta Fair and out of Ev Mendes. That's Pearls. So that's been a great class to watch, and in fact all of our Show Hunter classes today have been really great. And so off they go on their lap of honour, and more applause, please. You can never have too much applause. Fabulous. Thank you very much. Phoebe Wilkinson from Terry Hills with Green Oaks Munich, our champion, and Tia Richardson with Pearls, the reserve champion.